Hey Magic fans, and welcome to the Let's Talk Magic podcast game day preview. Today we are talking about Orlando Magic's regular season game number 45, a trip to the very much injury hit Memphis Grizzlies. We are seeking a win and a much better performance than that we saw against the Cleveland Cavaliers last time out. The venue is the FedEx Center in Memphis, Tennessee. Tip time in the UK is 1 AM. which is 8 PM in Orlando and 7 PM in Memphis. To watch here in the UK, you are going to need an active NBA League Pass subscription. Going to talk first about the Magic. Season record of 23-21, standing 8th in the East. Lost our last game out and are on a record of 4-6 in the last 10 played. Road record this season is 9-14, and we are scoring 111.4 points per game, conceding 111.2. That differential is getting really close now. Offensive rating, we have the 24th rating in the NBA and the 4th best rating on defence. Last time out, 2 games of a back-to-back, and they could not have been more opposite if we'd tried. On the first night of the back-to-back, we saw the real Orlando Magic basketball against the Miami Heat, swarming, intense defence, energetic. It was an offensive game built upon unselfish ball movement, attacking the paint and taking our second chances when they came. Against the Cavaliers that second night, wow, no energy. Play was disjointed, and we were second best in every facet of that game from start to finish by some distance, and it led to a comprehensive defeat by 126-99 to the Cleveland Cavaliers. The defeat was so comprehensive that neither team played any of their starters in that final quarter, not a one. Paolo Banchero led the Magic with 18 points and 6 assists. Franz followed up with 17, and Mo Wagner was the third highest scorer with 15 points. Starting unit in that game was Anthony Black, Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero and Wendell Carter Jr. From the bench, Caleb Houston, Chuma Okeke, Mo Wagner, Joe Ingles, Trevelyan Queen, Cole Anthony, Goga Bitadze and Admiral Schofield. Markelle Fultz and Jonathan Isaac were rested in that one for injury management. I'm not going to talk about it any more than that. It was such a disappointment. There were literally 0 positives to take from that game. For tonight, Gary Harris is again listed as out with the calf injury that's kept him out for now the 11th consecutive game. Jet Howard is again unavailable on G League assignment, and Kevon Harris is simply listed as out, G League 2-way. Markelle Fultz, Jonathan Isaac, both available to play again tonight, and so therefore expect Coach Mosley to run with his preferred starting unit. Markelle Fultz joining Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero and Wendell Carter Jr. at the opening. And Anthony Black will drop back to the bench along with Jonathan Isaac. Talking about the Memphis Grizzlies now. Season stats, 17-27 record, won their last 2 games and are at 6-4 in the last 10 played. However, they're standing 13th in the West. They are scoring the league low, 107.8 points per game and conceding 112.9. Offensive rating of 30th, defensive rating of 8th. You can see which end their problem is. So, and honestly, spare a thought for the Grizzlies coach Taylor Jenkins, as he and the squad are being severely tested this season. What hasn't changed though is the team are showing spirit and are playing with a unity. And it's a horrendous injury crisis that they are going through. At home, Memphis have a 4-15 record. They've been awful at home, but much improved when they play on the road, 13-12. So hopefully we can benefit from that tonight. And despite key injuries, the Grizzlies have been picking up, as you've seen, 1 or 2 results of late, being 6-4 in the last 10. Defensively, they are strong, restrict opponents, shooting from inside the arc, and are making the 3rd most blocks per game. However, they rank poorly in all categories of rebounding, and aside from the number of 3-pointers that they shoot per game and points off of turnovers, it's hard to find a positive about any of their offensive play statistics. They are last in points per game, field goals made, 2-point field goal made, and many of the other statistics are trending in the bottom 5 of the league. With 3 of their top 5 scorers out, it's easy to see why they are having trouble getting points. The top scoring active players at this point are Geraint Jackson Jr. with 21.6 points per game, and always a concern for Magic fans is Luke Kennard. He's getting 10.4 points per game. Last time out for the Memphis Grizzlies, they had a road win, 105-96 over the Miami Heat. 6 of their 9-player rotation scored in double digits, led by rookie shooting guard Vince Williams Jr., who was the 47th pick overall. He got 25 points, including going 5 of 6 from three-point range. Following up was rookie power forward Gregory Jackson II. He was the 45th overall pick. Came from the bench, made 17 points, going 4 of 6 from 3. We can't underestimate the ability of some of these guys. Their starting unit, very, very unfamiliar. Jacob Gilyard, Vince Williams II, John Kansha, David Roddy and Geraint Jackson Jr. They had 4 guys come from the bench: Gregory Jackson II, Scottie Pippen Jr., Xavier Tillman Sr. and Zaire Williams. As to tonight and their injury, strap in, this may take a minute or two. Yar Morant is out with a shoulder injury. Des Bain out with an ankle. Marcus Smart, finger injury. Steven Adams, knee. Brandon Clark is out with an Achilles injury. Derrick Rose, hamstring. And Jake LaRavia is out with an ankle. And all are out pretty much long term. Day-to-day and questionable is Santi Aldama. He has a knee injury. So pretty much expect Memphis to run a game with what they have, and it's a mend and make do situation for them. Head to head with the Grizzlies. This is the first meeting of the season. The game in Orlando comes on March the 30th, which is game day 74. 53 regular season games played, and the score stands at 28-25 to Memphis. Past 2 seasons, Memphis have taken it 2-0, and they are on a 4-game winning streak. Orlando last won in Memphis March 10th, 2020, and that was also the season that we last took the series, 2019-2020 season. Final thought for tonight, and as Magic fans, we have to be understanding and have sympathy for the difficulty that Memphis find themselves in. We've been through that situation, we understand it. However, sport's a result-led concern, and so for the Magic, the task is to go out and beat what is in front of them. At almost full strength, this is perhaps an excellent opportunity for Orlando to move on from that diabolical performance against the Cavs. It's also a chance to get a result and set themselves up for what is a difficult back-to-back. On Sunday, we have the visit of the Phoenix Suns, and then we travel on Monday to take on the Dallas Mavericks. And that Dallas Mavericks game is the first game of a 5-game road trip. So, going against some of the lesser established opponents in the Memphis Grizzlies squad, against players who could be playing out of position and trying to take their chance, presents its own problems and own challenges. The Magic must approach this game with good focus and determination to put them to bed early. You don't want to give them an opportunity, and you can't underestimate them as an opponent. They are playing some reasonable basketball. They are getting some results. Hopefully, we can go out and do the business tonight. If you've enjoyed this game preview, please give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe on our YouTube channel. It just helps us do what we do. But more importantly, as we always say at the end of this, go Magic, let's get that W.